morning, everyone. Ebba here. We're sitting in a campground, so no generator. I can be online. It's great. We've been here. We were here. Get here yesterday afternoon, November the 29th. Yesterday. Today's the 30th, obviously. I see my computer is still hesitating as I'm filming, so if that happens, just blame the computer, because it's just. I think we've been in too much dampness for too long for this computer. It's starting to affect it inside. And but where we are right now, it's much less humid. The sun is actually out today, which we're thrilled to death with. It's warm. We've been warm since yesterday when we got here. We plugged in our heater and plugged in the motorhome and plugged in the heater and started warming the place up. We're going to get it going again in a few minutes, because we're trying to dry the place out as much as we can while we're here. We're going to be here one more night, and then tomorrow we're leaving and heading toward Victoria, and we'll be down in that area. Now I have no idea whether we're going to be online very much there, because we really don't know what we're getting, where we're going, and what we're doing there. We have to play everything by ear from now on. But we have, all along, haven't we? But we have to kind of do it when we're there. So tonight we're going to be going for supper at a friend's place. She's been my friend for many, many years. We were in high school together. We met when we were in grade 8. 13 years old, and 1963, and it's going to be really fun to sit and chat with her. I haven't actually seen her face to face for 25 years, which it's a long time. But yeah, the last time I was on Vancouver Island was I was 50. It was my 50th birthday actually, and it wasn't the best trip, but I did have a lot of fun while I was on it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. My birthday was kind of not great, but we won't go there. Life is what it is, and you just take it and run with it, basically. You really kind of have to accept whatever the hell happens in your life and do the best you can with what you're given, and then move on. I'm not saying forget, because that takes away part of your personality. When you start forgetting everything, the past. But, you just move on. It's the way it is. Anyway, Gary's on the other side of the table doing something on his computer. The dog is up front staring out the window. We're in a row of units, different RVs. And it's been really nice. This has been a real huge treat. This afternoon it'll be a little bit warmer, I think, in about an hour, and I'm going to wash my hair, get myself cleaned up that way. And I changed, got to change clothes today. It's funny, you celebrate things like that, little things like that. And I was saying that the other day, that it's really the little things that I miss. It's the little things in life. Little things that if you're living in a building, apartment, house, doesn't matter. If you're living in a building, you have a bathroom that's usually the same temperature as the rest of the place. Mm-hmm. You have water, and it's usually got hot water that goes with it. A shower, if not a shower and tub. So these are little things that you don't even think about when you're living in a building. It's just something that's there. So you go and have a shower when you want to, and you go and or a bath if you've got a tub. You use your bathroom whenever you want to. You can wash your hands, and it's not cold water, and things like that. They're little things that, not being cold, not having your feet freezing, all the time, kind of thing. If you've got cold feet because you've got a circulation problem, that's one thing, but if you've got cold feet just because it's cold in the place, that's a completely different thing. And you know, it's these little things that become really important, and when you're doing without them, they become a true annoyance if they're not there for you, you know. So yeah, we're not really sure. I mean, here we're having electricity for not 48 hours because we came in yesterday, I don't know, 2 o'clock-ish, I think it was, 3 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there. Got ourselves, you know, into the place, which took a bit because we had to phone because there's nobody here on the weekends, and they were actually on the mainland, which means they're not coming back, and they were staying there overnight, so it's not like they can just make a quick trip back and book us in and then go back, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, so they're coming back today, so this afternoon sometime we'll pay them when they get back in, which I think is really nice that they let us come in and stay here for the 2 nights without, you know, worrying about collecting the money right away. We didn't really want to have to use a credit card if we could help it, because once you put it on a credit card, if you are paying payments on the credit card as opposed to being able to pay the whole thing off at once, then you're you're paying on that for years, you know, whatever it is. And it technically never goes away, and unless you pay your credit card off and then leave it for a period of time with nothing on it, so that it clicks in that you've actually emptied that card. Anyway, we've learned those kinds of things about our credit cards, and so we pick and choose, you know, what are we putting on there and what are we not putting on there, kind of thing. Sometimes we're forced to use them for everyday things, just because we have to. But, you know, we try on things like this, we try to use the cash money that we have and money in the bank. So, you know, we didn't want to have to give a credit card if we could help it, which I was really glad they didn't insist. She just said, oh, well, I'll be there tomorrow afternoon, I'll get your money then. And then after that, we're going to be going to my friend's place for the evening, and that's really nice. I'm really looking forward to that. So, but I don't think I'll be doing another RV video for a while. I did figure out how to get the stuff off of my phone finally. So I actually have videos off my phone now, and I need to work on them. I need to watch each of them, and I need to look at the pictures and see what I want to do with the photos that I've got. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do with the photos is I'm going to put them on the community channel, on the community area of the channel page. So if you go over there, you might get a message. I'm hoping you do. I'll put a picture. I think I can only do one picture, and then I'll put what it is. And then I might do another picture kind of thing and what it is. And I'm hoping it's not going to annoy people that receive notifications on everything. That there might be several in a row that are photos of where we've been and what we've seen kind of along the way as far as the photos are concerned. And then I have some videos, and some of them are pretty short, and I might just not worry about. I know there's 2 videos that I had stopped the video because something happened, and I had to stop the video for a few minutes and then start it again to finish the video kind of thing. And I may not even tack those together. I might just put them up. So over the next little while, you could be seeing every now and then seeing a video go up, but that's only if we can get online somewhere. So I may have to go to my sister's with my computer and work there to upload some things or something like that. But I won't be able to do probably another video that's me just talking and telling you what we're doing, what we're up to. Okay, Gary's going to plug in the little heater. Doesn't make a huge amount of noise, so it should be okay. Um, but that's what I think is probably going to end up happening, is that, you know, we end up doing that kind of thing where I might go to my sister's, because she's in the Victoria area, and so I might go to her place. She's in a small apartment, and I'll be going to visit her anyway, so I can always take my computer along and have it ready to, okay, I'm going to upload this and this, you know, and do a couple of little uploads. Putting pictures up on the community place won't be that, won't take that long. It's the videos that take time. And some of them are kind of just cool little things that I saw, and I took a little video of it. And others are, you know, different ones. But anyway, I'm going to try and do that over the next few weeks, and put a video or maybe two a week up. I might schedule them. I might, you know, try and schedule them so that they're there. And then I might do the pictures. Now I can't schedule pictures. They, you know, I put them up or I don't. So I'll have a look and see what I've got and what I want to put up and talk about and things like that. And I do have Photoshop, so if I need to, I can, you know, do things with the pictures, put words on the pictures if I need to, things like that. But but we'll see how it goes. I know I have pictures of when we were at Nanaimo, and I have pictures of when we were at Soyuz. I have some photos of there. I think it was a Soyuz we were stopped at. Anyway, I've got a couple of other pictures along the way, and then I've got some videos of things I saw or, you know, talked about or did. So I should be able to have videos like that, and I apologize to the crafting people. Right now I don't have a means of crafting, but that's another thing I might do. I might just say to my sister, come pick me up, I'm going to come and craft at your place. And I, you know, I may have to get her help with videoing it, just, you know, do it in a different way type of thing. But we'll see how it goes, because I'm really not sure at this point. We kind of live by, you know, moment to moment, because you have to when you live this kind of life. Making a plan doesn't work. You know, you just kind of go with what's going on and do what you need to do. So that's what we're going to do. And so I'm going to get this stopped and get it put up. I'm trying to keep these videos shorter because they go up quicker and easier. And so I'll do that. I'll get this put up, and then let's see. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'm feeling much better today, so is Gary, just in the fact that the sun is out and we can see it. It's here. It's not across the water someplace where it was before. And the motorhome feels warmer because we've got the little heater on, heating it up. And the little heater is doing an awesome job. I mean, it's just, you know, we just need it to be on so that we can dry the place out, because it was really quite seriously wet in here, and we were getting kind of worried because, you know, these old motorhomes, I mean, they're not made for living in, and they're not made for solid wet and things like that. I mean, they're just not made for it. They're you know, the newer ones, some of them are made with the spray insulation, which is better because it doesn't get wet and shrink down and pack down and things like that. But this is an old one. I mean, this is from '99. I doubt it's spray insulation in these walls. I think it's probably what they used to use, the old fiberglass type of insulation, and pink insulation or whatever it was called. Well, it might be yellow. I don't know, but anyway.
Aged.
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 He says it's yellow aged. But yeah, so we know that, you know, it's not the best insulation. The floor is cold. I mean, if we could skirt the whole thing and sit like, I mean, I'm looking around me, and the units in here are all newer, 10 years or newer. we're old, and we're only allowed to be here because we're only staying a couple of nights. They don't care how old you are if you're staying only a short time. But if you're staying long term, like month to month, then all of the places on the island and pretty much across the country now, they want you to have like 10 years or newer. And if you have older, we're 26 years old. If you have older like we are, they don't let you stay month to month. So, but if we can stay in a place for a couple of nights at a time, it relieves us. It takes away the stress of the generator being on and all of this stuff, and or not being able to have the generator, which is a real concern for us. When we get down south, we don't know if we'll be able to have the generator, because we don't even know really where we're going to be. My sister has told us about a place we can park, but it's at the side of a road, and we've looked at places like that, and they're not the best. She says the police drive by there quite often, which, they're probably doing it because people are staying there long term, and they're trying to prevent the drugs and shit like that happen when you have a group of people like that. Because usually the druggies, dealers and users, and they'll move in, and they bring in crap, and we saw videos of a place that was just recently shut down in BC, where people were parking, and there were seniors in there and disabled people and things like that. But you always got to have the ones that ruin everything for everybody else, and there was places there that were just there. The one place had no siding on the outside of the unit. It was just insulation. It was like, the hell did you do with your siding? But who knows? Maybe they took the siding off and sold it for drugs. Who knows? What the hell the deal was there. But yeah, I was quite surprised. And when I heard about it, I thought, well, that's kind of mean. But then I saw it, and it's like, no wonder. They had to just kick everybody out and actually close the area so that nobody's allowed to use it now. And you have this kind of thing, and that's why the RV parks have gone to the way they are. If you're going to be here long term, you got to have a decent looking unit, and so 10 years or younger, because people in our position can't usually afford something newer. The payments on the one we've got are $400 and something a month, so which may not sound like much if you've got quite a bit of money, but for us, that's quite a bit of money. That is quite a bit of money, So yeah, anyway, I said I was going to stop, and here we are, 5 minutes later. Okay, I'll stop now. I will. So yeah, so you take care of yourselves, and thank you all for sticking around. I see that, we're still sitting at a 122, so amazing. Welcome to everybody who's new and is sticking around and seeing what we do. I am hoping, though, that I can get some crafting done, because I do have things, and one of the things I was thinking of doing was finishing up things, these kits especially, because there's already good videos on how to put these kits together that the originators of the kits have done. And because I watch people that do that, they do a really good video on how the kit was put together. And so what I'm thinking is, I'm going to put it together, and then I'll show you what I've done, and I'll show you me enhancing it. So I don't have to try and video me putting something together. I'm just showing you me putting on little shiny things, or some glitter, or using a different piece of paper someplace, or adding things in, taking ephemera from there and putting it over onto this one, things like that. And I can show you then what I've done to make it my own, to change it and make it mine. And adding in the ribbon and the lace and the pretty things. And I do really like the story box, the box stories that are being put out there, and there's quite a few people now that I've seen that have started doing this. April at Vehicle Glitter Graphics, she does the best job I've seen, and does a really good job on her tutorials on how to put them together, and quite a few of them are free. So I will always tell you that this was free, or I had to buy it, or I bought this part, but this part was free. Because generally, when April puts out something, she'll put out a new kit, and there'll be something free that matches it, so that you can add into the kit. You can add these little bits of story into whatever that kit is. And she's just done another one in addition to another free one we had, which is fantastic. So yeah, and it was for the season, for the Christmas season. So anyway, so I'm going to take off now. I will try and do a video before Christmas, just to say Happy Christmas to everybody. But we're going to be moving, as I said, tomorrow sometime before noon, because I'm sure that we'll be out of here by no later than noon usually. So, and then I don't know what will happen, but I will try to update, possibly just in the comment area of my community area. I might just put something in there that we're here, this is what, is happening. Just at least I can type that in, and as long as I'm online I can do that. I can type it in, even if I can't make a video. So that's kind of my thoughts. It's not necessarily set in stone plans, because I can't do that. I just do what I can do. So, but that's my thoughts, and so hopefully I can get some sort of crafting videos out there as well. But you can look forward to seeing at least one or two of these other videos. I might be able to even get a couple of them uploaded today, although we are going away for the evening. So, but I might be able to get a couple of them uploaded this afternoon. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have a look at the photo part and see if I can do anything with any of the photos. And that might be a good start. So anyway, take it easy, and I will talk to you when I can. Bye for now.